You know, every day people walk into my shop with all sorts of things. Sometimes it's a guitar, sometimes it's a weird piece of art. But when someone brings in a rare coin, my ears perk up. There's just something special about holding a piece of history in your hand. This isn't just money, it's a story. Each scratch, each faded detail tells you about a different time and a different place. It's been in people's pockets, traveled across oceans, and survived wars. It's a silent witness to history, and honestly, that's what makes it so cool. You're not just buying a coin, you're buying a tangible piece of the past that you can actually own. Some coins are valuable because they're made of gold or silver. That's simple enough. But the really big-ticket items, the ones that get collectors excited, are rare for other reasons. Maybe only a few were ever made. Maybe there was a mistake at the mint, an error coin, that makes it one of a kind. Or maybe, like the coin we're talking about today, it represents a huge moment in a country's history. These are the coins that have a mystique, a legend built around them. They are the holy grails for collectors, the kind of find that can make a career. It's this hunt for the story that drives the whole industry. When we talk about rare coins, most people think of American doubloons or ancient Roman currency, but some of the most fascinating treasures come from places you might not expect. Take Norway, for instance. It's a country with a rich history of Vikings, kings, and dramatic changes. And at the center of its numismatic world, that's a fancy word for coin collecting, sits a coin that is more than just currency. It's a symbol of independence, a piece of art, and one of the most sought-after coins in modern European history. This coin tells the story of a nation finding its footing in a new century. So, what is this legendary piece? It's the 1906 Norwegian 2 kroner featuring King Haakon VII. On the surface, it might just look like another old silver coin, but in the world of collecting, it's a rock star. This coin was minted at a pivotal moment. Norway had just peacefully separated from Sweden in 1905, ending a long union. They needed to establish their own identity, and that meant new money with a new king. This coin wasn't just for buying bread and milk, it was a declaration to the world that Norway was a proud, independent nation once again. And that, my friend, is a story worth a lot of money. Let's rewind the clock to 1905. Norway is a brand new, independent kingdom. They've just chosen a Danish prince, Prince Karl, to be their king. He takes the Norwegian name Haakon VII, linking himself to the country's ancient rulers. It was a big deal. The country was buzzing with excitement and national pride. One of the first things a new kingdom needs is new money. You can't have your own king on the throne and still be using coins with the old Swedish king's face on them. That just wouldn't be right. So the Royal Norwegian Mint got to work on a new set of coins to celebrate their new monarch and their newfound freedom. The design of this coin was everything. It had to be perfect. They hired a brilliant sculptor named Ivar Thronson to create the portrait of the new king. On the front, or the obverse, you have this striking, dignified bust of King Haakon VII. He's looking to the right, a symbol of looking toward the future. Around the edge, it says Haakon VII Norges Konge, which means Haakon VII King of Norway. The reverse side is just as symbolic. It features the Norwegian coat of arms, a crowned lion holding an axe, surrounded by the denomination, 2 kroner, and the year, 1906. Every single element was designed to scream, Norway is back. Now here's where the story gets interesting. The mint produced a whole series of coins, but the 2 kroner was special. It was a large, handsome silver coin, meant to be a flagship piece of the new currency. They planned to make a lot of them for circulation, but something happened. While they were getting ready for mass production, officials had a change of heart about the design. Some say the king himself wasn't a huge fan of the initial portrait. Others believe there were technical issues with the way the coin was struck. Whatever the reason, the decision was made to halt the project and go back to the drawing board. This decision turned what was supposed to be a common coin into an accidental rarity. Before they pulled the plug, a very small number of these 1906 2 kroner coins had already been minted. These were essentially test pieces or specimen strikes, not meant for the public. The mint was supposed to destroy them, but as is often the case in these stories, a few slipped out. We're talking a tiny handful. No one knows the exact number for sure, but experts estimate that only around 100 to 150 of these coins exist today. And that, right there, is the recipe for a legendary collectible. So, you have a coin that was never meant to exist. That's the first ingredient for high value. For decades, these coins were practically unknown. They were hidden away in private collections, maybe owned by mint officials or a few lucky individuals who got their hands on them back in the day. It was like a secret among a very small group of elite collectors. The general public had no idea this treasure even existed. The official currency that replaced it, the 1902 kroner, had a slightly different design and was made in the millions. The 1906 version became a ghost, a what-if story whispered among numismatists. The value of an item is all about supply and demand. In this case, the supply is ridiculously small. Think about it, only 100 or so coins for a whole world of collectors. As the years went by, the legend of the 1906 Håkon VII 2 kroner started to grow. Collectors in Norway and across Scandinavia began searching for it. Finding one was like finding a needle in a haystack. Every time one came up for auction, which was incredibly rare, it would cause a huge stir. The price just kept climbing higher and higher as more people learned the story and wanted a piece of it. Then, the internet happened. Suddenly, information that was once locked away in old books and auction catalogs was available to everyone. Collectors in America, Japan, and all over the world could see pictures of this coin and read about its incredible history. The demand, which was once just regional, went global. An American collector who loves European history could now compete with a Norwegian collector who sees the coin as a piece of national heritage. This explosion of interest put the 1906 2 kroner on a whole new level. It went from a national treasure to an international superstar. Today, this coin is the undisputed king of Norwegian collectibles. Its value isn't just tied to its rarity, it's tied to its story of independence, its beautiful design, and the mystery surrounding its creation. When one of these goes up for sale, we're talking serious money, often fetching tens of thousands, and sometimes even over $100,000 depending on its condition. A pristine, perfectly preserved example is the ultimate prize. It's a perfect storm of history, scarcity, and beauty, which is the magic formula for incredible value in the world of collecting. It's the kind of thing you dream of finding in an old cigar box in Grandpa's attic. For collectors, especially those here in America, this coin is a big deal. American collectors love items with a great story, and this one has it all. It's got a king, a revolution, a peaceful one but still, and a mystery. It's an underdog story. This coin wasn't supposed to be famous, but it became a legend against all odds. In the United States, where the collecting market is huge, European coins with this kind of pedigree are highly prized. It represents a different kind of history than we're used to, which makes it exotic and exciting. It's a trophy piece that stands out in any collection. What's really surprising to many people is how a coin from a smaller country like Norway can command such a high price. It shows that value isn't always about the biggest or most powerful empire. Sometimes, the most compelling stories come from smaller nations during their most important moments. Another fun fact, many of the known examples have been traced back to their source. Shakter Ambers Ordering, a mine raider Winator, Shopper Store and Nidina, with records of who owned them. Owning one is like joining an exclusive club. You become part of the coin's ongoing story, a guardian of its legacy until it passes to the next collector. It's a responsibility that people take very seriously. The hunt for this coin is relentless. Auction houses know that if they get a verified 1906 2 kroner, they have a star lot on their hands. Bidding is often fierce, with collectors from different continents trying to outdo each other. You'll have a passionate Norwegian patriot trying to bring the coin home bidding against a wealthy American investor who sees it as a solid asset. This global competition is what keeps the value strong and ensures the coin's status as a top-tier collectible. It's a testament to how a single object can capture the imagination of so many different people for so many different reasons. In the end, the 1906 Håkon VII 2 kroner is more than just Norway's most valuable coin. It's a perfect example of what makes collecting so addictive. It's about rarity, beauty, and the powerful story of a nation's birth. It reminds us that sometimes, the things that were considered mistakes or failures end up becoming the most treasured artifacts. Holding one is like holding the spirit of 1906 Norway in your palm, and that's a connection to history that you just can't put a price on. Well, you can, and it's a high one, but you get what I mean. It's a true masterpiece.